So I hope you guys are doing really good tonight. I hope you guys are just excited. Bingo just happened. And oh my gosh, we're talking about all the buzz about that. And we had over like 51 people on. And
Awesome.
Amazing.
good. It was good. And now we get to celebrate you guys. And I'm super excited for our guest speaker tonight, Miss Maya Hawk. You guys, I had this in my heart to ask Maya because I knew it was the last 3 months of our Mary Kay seminar year. If anybody goes into high gear and can do anything, I've learned from my senior Maya. She's amazing. And also, I know our goal of debuting so many reds, 20 reds. And I really thought, what a time for her. Because I think some people think it's the last 2 months, to finish DIQ. Like, you're out. You are not out. You are not out. And so I can't wait to see what God's prepared for her to share with you guys, because I really wanted it to come from our legacy. I wanted you to hear from somebody that's directly connected to us for our, and that's why I asked Maya to do the Red Hot call, because I really felt like you guys need to be poured into in a way that only the All In family directors can do to you all. Okay. So especially Maya. So super excited. We're going to start off with some recognition tonight and prayer. Would you mind to pray?
Sure.
Sorry. Okay, good.
Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you so much for the beautiful weather that we've had. Lord, please protect each and every one through the storms that are getting ready to come through. Lord, bless every woman that is on this call. Lord, bless her family, bless her health and her business. Help us, God, to just expand and to grow and to have big belief, Lord, because we know that all things are possible with you. Just help us to not let that get taken away from us, to know that we can do all things.
Yes.
I think sometimes we have these barriers and we think that things come in their way and that means we can't do something, but we know with you we can, and with the support of our sisters. Thank you, God, for all you do for us, and bless this meeting tonight. Bless Maya, help her to bring word to us that we need to hear, God, to get us on fire. Lord, touch these reds, Lord, give them a determination to be in DIQ by the time we go to seminar, to be able to go in that role, Lord, that you've meant for them to be. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Woo, it's powerful. Thank you. Get it done. All right. Okay. Yay. Okay, guys. So look at that board filling out. 20 reds, you guys, 20 reds. I am so excited. We're only 5 away from reaching our goal. 5 away. So keep building. You guys can be a super red, build reds of your own, of, a red offspring of yourself. We're super excited. I know I want to fill in some of those squares just for my unit. I'm like, come on, guys.
And build up your sisters, build up your sister, Mary Kay consultants, let them know you did it and they can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Fill the rest of those squares.
Look how beautiful. Look how
awesome.
Beautiful they are. I love it. So congratulations. Our goal is 20 reds by seminar 2023. And we have 2 DIQs. Yes, guys, we still have room. There are 6 more spaces, but congratulations to our DIQs. We're so excited, you guys. Wonderful, wonderful. And there's still time to fill out that board. Like I said, in this picture, you guys have seen this all year long, the vision that we place above ahead of you. And it's so powerful for me too, when I see this picture, and when we come back and we're adding your face right there with us. I just can't wait. So this is our goal, to have 12 directors debut. And guys, we've got plenty of time to get it done. And I know Maya's going to bring it tonight. So don't count yourself out. So way to go. Look at us build this up. So exciting.
The picture chokes me up every time.
That is beautiful. Okay, I love to talk about team production and how we work as a team. This is so smart as a red jacket, being qualified to be on this call and the training that you get. And one of the things is learning. This team production teaches you how to be a director before you're a sales director. Okay, so it's really, really important to track your numbers. So we'll go on to our team production and congratulate our top 10. We have number 10, Alyssa Lloyd with 732. Number 9, Bobby Joe with 822. Way to go. Angela Daughtery with 858. We have Amy England with 1,000. She hit the 1,000K mark with 1,088. And Jessica Cook with 1,105. That's a big old deal to hit 1K, guys. 1K. Number 5, Amber Shrill with 1,184. Lisa Clark, number 4 with 1,197. Look how close those numbers are.
Oh, they are close.
Close. Number 3, Vicky Highsmith with 1,288. And number 2, Rachel White with 1,349. And look at number 1, Kim Coffer with 1,876. Almost a 2K team, you guys. Super exciting. Congratulations to a month well done. Kudos. So exciting. And what's great is, guys, when you are playing together as a team and you are going to be earning bigger commissions, and this is how your commissions rank from last month. So give it up to all the people who earned, and we're going to go through these numbers, the top 10 commission earners. Okay. Number 10, Vicky Highsmith with $14.60. Number 9, Alyssa Lloyd with $16.24. Number 8, Bobby Joe Smith with $20.03. Number 7, Amy England with $29.98. Number 6, Angela Daughtery with $34.31. Moving on up to the top 5 of commission earners and the all-in area. Number 5, Jessica Cook with $44.34. Number 4, Lisa Clark with $70.07. And number 3, Kim Clougher with $87.24. And look at this. Oh my gosh, these two over 100. Number 2, Amber Shrill with $106.54. Congratulations. And number 1, Rachel White with $121.30. Congratulations, Rachel. Wow, congratulations to all you earners, you guys, your top commission earners. So exciting. You know, one thing I want you to do is to have a goal of your highest commission check that you are going to pay yourself. And every year you increase that. And I remember being a Red Jacket thinking, I can't wait till I make a $1,000 commission check. You guys thought it was outrageous. It would never happen. And it did. So set your goals. How much is your commission going to be next month? You want to beat your best. Okay. And look at yourself and say, where can I go up in the top 10? Okay. And so it's super fun to be a little competitive with yourself there. Okay. Here's the percentages on how those ladies got to be in the top 10. Okay, how we earn the money. You got to know what the money trail is. Okay, be really smart and wise. So Star Team Builders, you guys are making anywhere between 4 to 6 to 8% based on your team production. So that's why we did the team production first. And I always like to look. And if you are in my unit, you know, you usually get a little text from me at the end of the month and says, okay, you were at this level, 4%, 6%, 8%, 9 or 13. And I say, you need this much more to get to the next level. So if you're a sales director, that's something great to do to text your team. But actually, Lisa, if she's on here, she would tell you, like, I would say, what are your numbers? How far are you away for the next commission level? It's so important. My senior sales director before did that with me, and I got to see the difference. My income would be from 4 to 13% check, you guys. It's amazing. So you can push yourself that last couple weeks to really finish. So 4%, 0 to $999, 6%. If you have, you know, the 3 active on your team, your team production is anywhere from 1,000 to 1,799, and 8%, you guys, you can move up a whole nother 8% when your production is 1,800 or more. When you are a team leader, you know, that's just, you guys, 5, 8, you know, 5 or the elite team leader is 8, or 5 with a Offspring Red Jacket. 9%, you know, that is huge when you hit the 9% realm, you all. And a 9%, you have to have 5 active personal team members do a personal, your team members personal. And to get your 13, you need your 600 personal wholesale for you, plus 5 of your team members doing a 225, the A1 status orders. This is really smart. This position right here really gets you ready for directorship and how to max out your director income. So I love that they give this to you. So let's see who ranked on their commissions. All right. In the 4%, we have Jessica Bays, Angela Daughtery, Vicky Highsmith, Lorenzen, and Alyssa Lloyd. Congratulations to you guys. Moving on up to our 6%ers, we have Jessica Cook and Amy England. Way to go, ladies. Our 8%, Kim Koffler. Way to go, Kim. And 9%, you guys, push themselves to the 9%. Lisa Clark, Amber Shrill, Bobby Joe Smith, and Rachel White. I'm so excited for you guys. And I know we were probably inches away of having 13 percenters. So next month we want to fill up those getting into the 13%. So super excited. Congratulations on an amazing month. And next Red Hot Call is May 18th. So anybody can be in red by then. So super excited. All right. Okay, guys. Super excited to have Maya come in, and there she is. Okay, I can see you now. Like, don't anyone. Okay, so Maya, thank you for saying yes to this. And I'm super excited just to hear what you have for us.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, it is kind of funny. Like when you think about it, like normally we have like a guest speaker, but you guys, I truly like when I tell you that my heart has been so burdened, I have known about this call since January. And so Heidi and I were in Nashville, Tennessee at our leadership conference. And we were having this amazing conversation over some incredible food. And we were dreaming about our area. We were dreaming about you. We were dreaming about what the next 6 months were going to really look like. And we just got to talking about what we are currently building, what we're doing right now. And it dawned on us that a lot of you probably don't even understand what is actually happening in this very moment and what we are creating. And, you know, I don't want to toot our own horn, but I want to toot our own horn. We truly create so much happening where a lot of the Mary Kay world does not have what we have. We have this incredible sisterhood. We have this amazing group, an amazing event of bingo. And it's just absolutely amazing to see what is happening right now. And I don't want any of us to let it pass us by. I don't want any of us to let it just slip through our fingers or we take for granted what is actually really happening. Because I truly, truly believe that right now, in the midst of the dreaming and the events and the planning, we are creating legacy. And Heidi used that word, we are creating an impact in generations that aren't even born yet. And so I pray that tonight you are encouraged, you are convicted, and you are challenged. Because as a result of this conversation in Nashville, we had this vision to have 10 DIQs to support our goal of having 6 new sales directors. We probably just heard 2 different numbers. And yes, that is right. Because, well, you know what? I know that numbers are magical, magical, they're mathematical. So we wanted to shoot for 10 so we would finish our goal of 6. And I just have to give a huge shout out to Jennifer Draper and her Vivacious Beauties unit. So give her some love. We just got to celebrate her this last Sunday. It was amazing. And oh my gosh, Jennifer, you radiated, and watching your confidence grow was just a beautiful reminder of like what our business is really about. And you spoke with such confidence watching your daughters. And so congratulations to you and your unit. Truly so excited just to see how God continues to use you through your business. And of course, want to give a shout out to you, our red jackets. Y'all realize that you're the top like 4% of Mary Kay, you guys. You're the top 4%. And we are looking for the next 5 directors to step up and to fill that goal. And so Heidi is right. I am not playing small tonight. And I believe that what I'm about to share with you was also more maybe a message for me. So just know that I'm also going to be just really speaking from a place of authenticity, realness, genuineness, and 2, that I believe that the Lord knew that the message that you would need tonight happened as a result of a conversation in January. National Sales Director Jan Thetford always taught me to train for my last 7 days. And Mary and I were having a conversation. It's been one of our favorite things as we have grown together in our leadership, because Mary and I have been directors now together for 10 years. And so now to watch this come to fruition really is like God chilling. Like I get goosebumps, and to just watch you all and to watch you grow, to watch our directors, Heidi and Jen and Sherry and Jen and Amber and Bobby and our next leaders rising up. It truly is very humbling to look at it. And so as we were talking about just the last 7 days, can I tell you that when you train from the last 7 days, this will keep you accountable as a leader, along with keeping you teaching from activity and probably a little bit of humility rather than theory. Because my friends, you are a leader as a red jacket. You don't need to be in a sales director suit to be a leader. You are a leader for your unit. How you participate affects the trajectory of what your unit is doing. How you support your sales director is going to impact your director and your unit's goals because you are a leader. People listen to what you have to say. So when you talk about your goals and your vision and you begin to talk to your team about what you're doing, I'm going to challenge you to make sure that you're talking from your last 7 days and not a whole bunch of talk and not a whole bunch of theory or even what your senior is telling you. Talk about your last 7 days. Well, 2 weeks ago, or excuse me, in the last 7 days of my life, I really believe I have had a really big shift in my life. As you guys know, 2 months ago, Jordan and I moved to Champaign, Illinois. We live in a little town called Mahomet. And if I'm being super honest with you, it has been hecka harder than I ever thought it would be. I'm going to be honest. Like I thought going into this season of my life, I was going to get this sucker down. I was going to figure it out. I was just going to meet all these people, which I have met amazing people. It was just going to go smooth. My kids were going to adjust to their classes well. My husband was going to do great with his job, which he is, and he is still at work. So needless to say, I thought it was going to look a little bit different. Anyone else ever say those words coming out of your mouth? I thought it was going to look a little bit different. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier. It is possible that I have cried and had ice cream and maybe a glass or two of wine all the same night, okay? And so I've also said things like, I just don't know how I'm going to do this. This is hard. Or wow, that is not exactly what I expected. Or doggone it, like I am upset at myself that I can't just get it together. Okay. And I'm telling you all of this because you are not alone in all of those thoughts. And I think sometimes it's easy for you as red jackets or even other sales directors to look at another woman in this business, you deem her as successful, and you think that she's not thinking any of those things. And that is just crap. That is just a whole bunch of crap. And because we think she doesn't experience those hardships, we then think the thought, I can never do what she does because she doesn't think those thoughts and she doesn't go through those emotions. Well, let me tell you what, I have had more feeling of my emotions in these past 2 months than I think I have in like a really long time. Like even after the birth of my children, one of my good friends losing their husband, even other hard seasons of my life, like, wow. I just didn't think it would be like this. Well, National Sales Director Emeritus Linda Tupin always told me, you don't have a story till something goes wrong. Anyone ever have something go wrong? Anybody? Okay. And if you haven't raised your hand, you are not trying enough. Okay. But tonight, I want to tell you, you don't have a story until you have chosen surrender. You do not have a story until you have chosen surrender. Surrender doesn't mean that you're giving up. Surrender doesn't mean that you're even throwing in the towel. Surrender doesn't even mean that you're going to say, okay, maybe this wasn't for me because it's harder than I thought. Surrender is releasing the expectation of what it's supposed to look like and truly trusting that God's timing is perfect. Surrender does not mean that you're giving up on the goal or the calling that you know that God has placed onto your heart. It truly means releasing the expectation of what you thought it was supposed to look like. I've been recently studying the book of Romans, and I have been so challenged and so convicted. And I also want to challenge you as our leaders of our area. If you are not reading something that is challenging how you think, you will never grow as a leader. And, you know, one of those things that I believe is so powerful that I'm in God's word every single day. And I'll be honest too, I feel like through my season of transition, that kind of just dwindled. And I am not here to make anyone feel bad. I know that life. That's just the way it goes sometimes. However, my first week here, I went up to our women's pastor. I said, hey, I know I've got to get into a group. I've got to get into a community. And so I joined a group that week. Literally my first week here, didn't know a soul. I was a week late. And I was like, no, I know that I need to be surrounded by women who are going to challenge me and grow me in my faith. you know. Okay, so I joined the study on Romans. And so I want to share with you a verse because we are literally studying verse by verse by verse. And this was one of the verses. Okay, are you ready? From Romans 5:3. Not only so, but we also rejoice in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not disappoint us because God has poured out his love into your hearts by the Holy Spirit, whom he has given us. Which reminds me of one of my other favorite verses from James, considering it joy whenever you face trials and tribulations, because it produces character and perseverance. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So here are some questions that I think you need to ask yourself if you have said the words, it's just not going the way that I thought it was supposed to. Or I thought I should be a lot farther along than where I am. Or wow, this is a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Because while those things are so easy to sneak into our minds, they are also just as dangerously easy, able to persuade the daily decisions that you make. And my friends, my sisters, we cannot give power to those thoughts. So here are some questions I would really encourage you to ask yourself and to journal tonight if you've ever said, this isn't what it was supposed to look like. What do you think it's supposed to look like? Half the time, I feel like we think it's supposed to look like something, but when we put pen to paper, we're like, oh, I don't think I can do that. Or, wow, okay, maybe, just maybe, I didn't set a goal that aligned with what I'm willing to commit to right now. And you can just release that pressure because no one is telling you you have to. You all know that, like, when your sales director asks you what's your next goal or step, we are not expecting you to give us the answer that we hope that we would be proud of. We want you to give us what you truly desire and truly need, because we, as your leaders, we can't coach you the best way if you're not even honest with yourself. Like, we can't do that. I can't coach me if I'm not the best, if I'm not being even honest with myself. So what do you think should be is supposed to look like? As I was like writing this down, I was like, wow, okay. The gap really isn't that different. And the areas of the gap in which are, do I even have control of those things? Or am I wasting energy and focus on things that drains me mentally, emotionally, and physically in my marriage, in my relationship with my children? And therefore, obviously, all those things drain my business, right? How did you get to that supposed to? Who said that is what it's supposed to look like? I believe that's between you and the Lord and maybe your significant other, right? Why do we say that I'm not there, or that's not what I thought it was supposed to be like? Who defined what that is? Because here's what I discovered. My version of that was completely on everybody else's version of what that is supposed to mean. Completely everybody else's expectation. And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't even them saying it to me. It was what I would perceive on a highlight reel and then be like, oh, that is where I'm supposed to be after this time. That is what I'm supposed to do at this age. That is where I'm supposed to be when I've done so much as in my business. That is what I'm supposed to do once I've hit this level. That's what I'm supposed to do. And therefore, I've just made up that is what it's supposed to look like, instead of asking the question, what is God calling me to do right now? What am I focusing on right now that I truly can't control, that is robbing me of enjoying the present? What am I focusing on right now that is robbing me of the joy that is in the present right now? Right now. If you flip to chapter 8 of Romans, I love that it says, you see, at just the right time, when we were powerless, Christ died for us. You know, what stood out to that after celebrating Easter, surprisingly, wasn't that Christ died for us, but it was at just the right time. His timing is perfect. And a lot of times my gap of frustration comes when my timing isn't matching up with what the timing I think God should give to me. Right? And that's not the case at all. That's really not how it's supposed to go. But then a few verses later, it talks about the mind controlled by the Spirit is a life of peace. I do not want to be controlled by my flesh and my fleshly desires. I want to be controlled by that of the Spirit and then living in that obedience. Therefore, like I said, as I was answering some of these questions for myself, I really realized that I was focusing more on the future and not in the present. I have gotten so caught up on the should be by now that I was actually missing what is happening right in front of me. The beauty, the growth, the conversations, the beginning of new relationships that I can't really put a timeline on. Maybe for you, it's just circumstances that are out of your control and you think you should have fixed it or have a better skincare class, or you should have a bigger team, or you should have submitted by DIQ by now because they've done it multiple times. Or maybe you're thinking I should have finished because I've submitted so many times. Well, I just want to give hope that I also am someone who submitted 3 stinking times and God's timing was totally perfect. Totally perfect. So, of course, I have some more questions for you. What expectations do you need to release from yourself to take full advantage of what is in front of you? What expectations do you need to release to be able to take advantage of what is in front of you? Y'all, I have spent more time with my kids in the last 2 months than I feel like I have in a long time. And last night I cried about that because I felt a little bit guilty. And at the same time, I was like, whew, there's a reason that God is preparing people in our area for more than just my personal, selfish victory or gain. Now, hear me out. I'm not telling you guys to give up on your goal. What I am saying is that we have to release the guilt that we might be feeling because we're not there yet, or we haven't finished yet, or we're behind. Who says what is behind? Right? There is no behind. There is no better timeline or perfect plan. But what expectation do you need to release so you can be fully present right now, so you are not letting things slip you by? Do you know, now that I've been here for 2 months, the number of people that I never asked in my old town, and I am kicking myself in the foot that I never asked them. And yes, I know I can do virtual, but don't even get me started on the benefits of in-person better than virtual. Okay, that's just a whole nother training on itself, but I never even asked. There are people in your life right now that are right in front of you every single day that are waiting to be asked. They are waiting to be invited. They are waiting to be pursued by you 4, 5, or 6 times. But we give up on the first time because we're, oh no, I don't want to be that pushy Mary Kay girl. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, and she may just not have the confidence to say yes yet. Y'all, who is in front of you right now that you could be serving, loving, and leading by building a customer base, or the team that you already have? You want to be a solid leader in this company? Serve the people that you are in front of right now. Right now. Love on them, lead them, encourage them, pursue them, admit when you make mistakes, love on them some more. I mean, love them so much that Pink that's the kind of blood that they have coming out of their life. And no one can undeniably even question your love for them because you are really loving the people that are in front of you right now. Who needs to hear this opportunity, but your fear is robbing them of an unanswered prayer? If we want to build an area, and like I said, I'm stepping on my toes too, so hear me out. We have got to be sharing this Mary Kay opportunity with more people. We cannot build more sales directors and only add 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5 people a month, you guys. This is me too. This is me. Even tonight on my bingo enters, I was like, would you be willing to listen? I knew that I had to take a step that I have been unwilling to do because I'm afraid that they would be overwhelmed, that the new Mary Kay lady is already asking them to listen. I have no idea what they might need or what they're looking for, but all I know is that I have something to offer and I have to give it. And I cannot let my fear or my pride or my cowardness stand in the way. My kids cannot afford for their mom to not let me do that. Your kids, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephew, you don't have to have it figured all out. How do you need to adjust your routine to serve the now? Maybe you need to delete something. Okay, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I haven't been on Instagram because I deleted it because it was distracting me from what I really needed to do. And I've got more work done in the past week deleting Instagram than I have the 6 weeks that I was here trying to make and be something that thought I was supposed to be, to keep up with what I thought the new Mary Kay was looking like. God did not call you to copy somebody else. He called you to use your gifts and your strengths. What habit do you need to implement tonight to serve your faith and your family and your business? Maybe you need to implement some grace to your spouse, to your children. Maybe you need to say, you know what, I do need to get up an extra 30 minutes because I know if I got up just 30 minutes earlier, I would be ready 30 minutes before my kids wake up and I could post things, I could record something, I could actually answer text messages. Or maybe you just need to eat better food so that way you have better energy. Or maybe like me, you've got to learn how to give grace to your spouse when they are not home yet and you thought they were supposed to be home. My whole night could have been awful, but I said, no, Satan, you are having no power in my home because my husband does not deserve me to be angry because something out of his control is happening. But do you know what? It changed the whole dynamic of my evening when I said, no, what habits do I need to implement to teach my kids and my honey and my business that are going to impact generations to come? And then you keep going in Romans, okay? And it says, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. I believe with all of my heart, all of my body, and all of my soul. I may not see it right now, but Lord, I surrender this area. I surrender the timeline. I surrender what it's supposed to look like. And I surrender my expectation. And I am inviting you to do the same. I'm inviting you to stop playing small, to stop waiting for things to change, to stop hoping that you need this in order to get this, or your kids need to do this in order for you to do that. What do you need to surrender tonight? What do you need to surrender so that the Lord can actually move in your business the way that he wants to, but your desire for control and your unrealistic expectation of your life and your business is stunting you? My sisters, you do not have a story until you choose surrender. Surrender. Choose to surrender who you thought was supposed to say yes. Choose to surrender how your team was supposed to do more. Your team does not serve you. You serve your team. Y'all hear me? Your team does not determine your success. You get to be a part of theirs. You get to cheer them on to theirs. Your team did not start a business to serve you. You get to serve them. Choose to surrender the frustration you feel that is keeping you trapped. I'm not saying it's not normal to be frustrated, but living in a state of frustration will trap you quicker than no booking calls. Living in a state of frustration rob you of your joy. Living in a state of frustration, no one wants to be around that. You wonder why no one's booking you? Because you're living in a state of frustration, right? People feel that. They see it. They know it. Choose to surrender that you're supposed to work it the way she does. Now, y'all, I'm not telling you you cannot coach, book, sell, and share, okay? You still have to book, coach, sell, and share. But maybe, just maybe, you are so caught up and the how of whatever, that you're stunted, you're angry, or you avoid it. You have avoidism, okay? Choose to surrender the timeline. When I look back in my 10 years of being a sales director, April 1st was our 10-year anniversary of being a unit and what we have done. Can you believe it or not that every single goal I ever met was not the original deadline? Not one. I mean, I legit thought about this before I said it. Not one single goal that ever has come to fruition, or every dream that came to fruition in the past 10 years, was ever the original deadline. No car, no red jacket. My best friend, my college roommate, she got in her red jacket before me, and I was pissed. Sorry. I was so mad at her. Okay, I was so mad that she got in her red jacket before me. And then another director in our Tupin area, she got in her Cadillac before me, and I was mad. I was mad. I was so upset at her. Then I've watched other top directors earn their trips younger than me, and I was like, that is not okay. I was supposed to be the young one that earned those things faster. That's not all right. I'm totally fine. Guys, surrender the timeline and just realize that just because someone else is succeeding before you does not mean that she is succeeding in place of you. Y'all hear me? Your journey and your timeline is going to show off the power of God. And if we try to rush that, and if we try to change that, we miss out on getting to witness his miraculous power, his might, his authority, his incredibleness. Okay, I'm running out of awesome words, okay? Because there's not enough. Surrender the timeline. Who cares if you are in and out of your red jacket again? Who cares if you have to resubmit? Who cares if you've been on target and not on target? Who cares if you missed star? Guess what? You can decide. All right. How am I going to be present to now? How am I going to be obedient to now? What do I need to surrender in order for God to really work through me, through this thing called my Mary Kay business? My sisters, you do not have a story until you choose to surrender. And I pray tonight that you can make a bold choice to surrender whatever it is that is keeping you bonded or caged or trapped, that is keeping you in anxiety or depression or fear, that you can surrender all of those things and trust that God's timing is perfect and your journey is needed in our area. You are wanted here. You are loved here. And I pray that tonight you go to bed with a peace in your heart that maybe you have not had in a while. And you wake up tomorrow and you can say, God, what do I need to surrender today? I love you guys. I know that the next 2 months and 10 days are going to be powerful. I believe it with all of my heart. I cannot wait to celebrate. I cannot wait to recognize. I can't wait to hug you. Seriously, getting to even, I was emotional at Jen's debut because I was like, I just missed my Mary Kay people. But I hope you guys know too that you are loved not because of where you rank on a scoreboard. Okay. And if that's the only thing I ever teach you in your entire Mary Kay career, then praise God that you said Mary Kay, because too much of our world is ranked on works and achievements and titles and bigger house or bigger home or better cars or pink cars or whatever. And I'm not telling you I don't miss mine, but what I am telling you is you are loved. And I am so excited that we could be a part of our area together right now, because what we're doing right now is making history. I love you. I love you. May God bless you. May his face shine upon you. May his joy fill your head and your heart, your bodies, your homes, your marriages, your children, your businesses, your starter kits, your cars. More than you could ever imagine. That's it. That's what I got for you. I love you.
Maya Hall, you are a next national. The way you trained, so proud of you as your offspring. The things that you said tonight. I was going back to when I was in DIQ. I can't talk. I'm
Sweating.
The way that you trained tonight reminded me of my journey when I was in DIQ. And I think you need to hear this, and all the DIQs and all the Reds need to hear this, because you guys, I was rejected for so much and broken and had the idea I wasn't surrendered. And the way that you trained tonight reminded me how you trained me through DIQ. And look what happened if I surrendered the way that I thought it was supposed to look, and that it didn't fit in. And, all of our lives are different. Thank you for teaching that message, Sherry. Sherry. But I just want to hear from everybody else. I want to hear what you guys have to think.
I think everybody's so quiet because that was so powerful. And emotional, I mean, that was from your heart. And that's what we need to know. That's what we need. We need it from the heart. We need, you said in the beginning, you wanted to be sincere and you want to be authentic. And there's no doubt that that's what that was, coming straight from your heart. And I don't love the fact that things you've been going through, but I love the fact that you realized, what was happening, and that you chose to choose the now. And I think sometimes we don't do that. We're always looking at the next thing, and not that there's anything wrong with having goals, but something that you said to me was like, oh my gosh, it just kind of got me, was when you talked about just because somebody else succeeds before you, doesn't mean they're succeeding instead of you. And, I'm guilty of that. I'll look at people and I'll be like, oh, I should already be here. I should already be doing this, and it's like, oh, we've got to do better. We need to, be making more production and for the car, and, all those things that goes on in your mind. And, but the thing is, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we're still here with our sisters. And that's, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's just like, that's the most important thing is, being who we are and loving each other and loving on people and showing them joy that the world doesn't have, and it just is, I don't know. It's, thank you. That's, I don't know. I don't have the right words, but.
Welcome.
Oh, Maya, it was so good to have you train and teach. And we knew, I knew that he needed you to speak tonight for sure. And I remember one thing that we talked about when I was in DIQ was just having that tunnel vision, not looking to the left, not looking to the right, just focusing on the task in front and knowing that I was doing what I needed to do and not comparing myself to someone else who went into DIQ at the same time as me, or who had started their business after me and achieved so-and-so before me. And no matter what level we are in Mary Kay, whether it's a brand new beauty consultant or a director who's been in 30 years, there's always room for growth, but there's always opportunity to compare. And then that, like you said, that truly is where the devil comes in and steals and destroys the joy of the process, where we're at right now. And like it's already been said tonight, all of us are at different points in our businesses, different stages of life, with family and husbands and kids or grandkids, or moving or whatever. And it's important to remember the here and now. And I was reminded that multiple times this last month, my son has been on 4 different antibiotics now. For those of you who don't know, I took him to ER or urgent care yesterday. He's cut open his chin, 6 stitches. And I sat there with him and thinking, wow, this is the here and now. Because of my Mary Kay business, I get to be with him today. I didn't have to rush and take off work. Yes, plans changed a little bit. Couldn't send as many bingo messages as I had planned, but the here and now, and this is the joy in living in where God has put us. And so thank you for that reminder tonight.
Absolutely.
And
Maya,
far-
I just want to say that, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. We kind of got on at the same time. You can go ahead.
no, you sure? I just
Go ahead.
wanted to say words can't explain how how I feel, and I mean, talking about joy, and it's like, I mean, I was shocked of what my team has done. They're wonderful, but thinking just the frustration and the um I'm not where I want to be. The joy, it's just, I'm so happy for them, but I'm not experiencing the joy. So I think tonight I have a lot to ask myself and journal and see what I need to surrender. So thank you so very, very much, Maya.
You're so welcome. So welcome.
Maya, thank you for sharing your heart. That is one of the amazing things about you is you always share your heart. And I think just like everybody else, it's kind of hard to talk after that. But today, I actually wrote down a couple of things today. You had talked at the beginning about it's not, don't expect it to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And, I was thinking about something I heard today where easy implies little or no effort. And to whom much is given, much is expected. And that really hit home for me. And then, of course, sharing your heart and all of that. Thank you. Thank you so much for tonight.
You're welcome, my friend.
Hey, Maya.
Hey, girl.
Yes. So I believe God has great timing, just from something that I'd heard a couple days ago. And I wanted to say thank you for expressing all the emotions that you're going through. Because I had a hard time admitting how hard DIQ is going to be being a new mom and not realizing having to prioritize. And then also working, with my significant other and trying to give him grace. But all I see is like, I'm just angry because I can't do what I used to be able to do. And I know like, hey, if I do this, and this, I know this is going to happen. And I set that up and a doctor's appointment happens or my husband doesn't come home on time. And it's just been really stressful. And thank you for asking the question of like, what other person's expectation are you putting on yourself? Because I feel like I have all of these thoughts trapped inside of my mind of like, this is where I need to be at, or this is, what I see is being successful. Whereas like right now, honestly, successful for me right now would just be booking, because I can't even get to, new team members because I don't even have the bookings on my books to get there. And I think being able to be that real and that honest, it takes that emotion out of like, okay, here's your starting point. And I know that it's simple, like easy things that you should be doing. And then taking that emotion out of it, it's like, okay, now I can look at this as black and white versus I was looking at all the colors of the rainbow and I didn't know how to get to green, So I just wanted to say thank you for being real and authentic like you always are, because it makes me feel like, 10 days, that's nothing versus yesterday when you messaged me, I was like 10 days. I don't know what to do. So now there's like more peace in that. And and just being more tunnel vision precise of what I need to get there, of like, hey, it's asinine to think that you're going to have a $500 party when you don't even have a booking on your books right now. So start at the basics.
You're welcome.
Well, you know, I can't say too much because otherwise I will probably cry like a baby. So, but just thank you for doing this, Maya, because I know when we did have that conversation last week, just even the way that you have worked through this whole process and doing it in such a way that you are taking, you know, even when you're experiencing frustration, taking it as a way to be able to learn and to grow from it, and just being able to share that with us as well. And I think it's one of the things that we always, I think our pride can kind of get in the way, that we feel ashamed if we feel that way or we have those thoughts. And so just being able to release that. And I mean, all of these questions to work through are really, really great questions. But just reminding that it's only supposed to look how God wants it to look. It's not about anybody else's plan, not even our plan, you know, any of those things. Just thank you for working through all of that and being able to share with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and thank you guys for being so gracious. Like, I really feel like I've been so distant the past couple of months, and I've missed that. And especially to our sister sales directors, like, you guys, like, I have not been in one chat for like 2 months because they have just been so patient and so gracious. And you know, I guess I can close on this too, is like, so many times when you're feeling tired and sluggish, it's because you're not doing enough of what actually gives you joy. And that really resonated with me too. Simply because, like, even though it looks different, doesn't mean I have to negate it completely. Like, different doesn't mean that it won't work. And so maybe that's what you might be, where, okay, just because it's different doesn't mean it's not going to work. So I appreciate it.
My the last two things that I kind of took was because I can talk now is surrender and serve. Those are the two words that you kept saying over and over. And I really, really believe you guys. Maya is such a powerful leader with her relationship with the Lord and the vision God's given her, and the not just the vision, but the passion. And surrender and serve. I just keep thinking that we can't out surrender, you know, God, and we can't out serve our team. And I believe because of the godly leadership and the vulnerability, the life words that you spoke into this unit, I really believe it was life-giving words from the book of Romans, and just from your being vulnerable, that this place is going, this area will explode, you guys. Because there's nothing like that, you guys, that there's nothing. And so when you go to work tonight or tomorrow, it's going to, I feel like it's going to multiply in ways that you're not even going to see or know. But you just know that, you know, you got godly leadership behind us, and that we're working for a purpose greater than DIQ director. It's way bigger than that. And I'm so excited. So thank you for speaking those words. I have so much to journal tonight. And it's so good. It's so good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love you guys. I love you all so much. So much.
Thank you.
I think we're all going to sleep really good. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again, Maya, for everything that you shared. I do think that we all have a lot to think about, a lot to journal about, a lot to process. And I challenge everybody just to make sure that you do go through that. Like, don't be scared to go through that process of asking yourself those questions. It might be uncomfortable and it may be hard and you may cry and it's all okay. But that is all just a part of that process as well. So thank you guys for being here tonight. I know that you guys were all blessed. And then thank you, Heidi, for everything, organizing this and asking Maya to talk as well. And Heidi and Sherry for bingo. I know we'll throw that in there as well. You guys did an awesome job on that. And then we will see you guys next month for our Red Hot Call. And so encourage, if you have we do have a giveaway to do. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay. I meant to have that picture up so that we could show you what we're giving away. Do I have it? I don't think I have it on my computer. I think I have it on my phone. Okay, let me see if I can find the picture of it.
Heidi went to get it.
Heidi went to get it. Okay, perfect.
Here she comes.
Okay.
And remember,
So
if
just
you
go-
were a red on here last month, you get 2 entries and all the reds get 1 entry.
Okay,
Oh,
so
so pretty.
Heidi, do you want help with doing that drawing? Like,
Yes.
okay. All right, let me pull up my, okay, so if you were on, hold on, let me see if I can get
Hey.
Will names up here real fast?
Like, yeah, like if they were on last month, right? Don't they get an entry?
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yes,
maybe
so
put
if
it in the
you
chat.
were on last month, put it in the chat. Yes.
I can't chat. I was,
Kind of jealous.
Okay.
but I
Yeah,
can't,
you're
I can't chat.
Can't chat. Okay, you're good. I'll get you, Rachel.
The Queen of Sales.
Oh, where'd my screen go? Where'd my screen go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would go with it.
Okay, Rachel was on last, oh, now I'm like hiding my chat. Goodness gracious, you guys. Okay. Do. Okay, Jessica Bays.
I won last month, so you don't have to put me in.
Well, you can
That's
still be
fine.
on. You can
Yes,
still
you
be in
can.
there.
But no, that's
Absolutely.
fine.
Okay, Kim. Deborah says, was I on? I think so.
Yeah, I think she was. Yeah. I'm not sure who iPhone is though. Is that one of our Jessicas? We had a couple on here earlier.
Okay, so for last month on, I had Rachel, Jessica, Bobby, Kim, Deborah, and Amber. Angel is asking Sherry, was she on last month?
It was Carla Reno.
Lisa, was Lisa on last month, Heidi? Lisa Clark? She,
Go ahead, Franny.
Angie was not on last month.
Okay,
And then I think Lisa was on last month, I believe.
Yeah, but she'd have to be here to be
Yeah.
entered into this giveaway.
That's
Yeah.
right.
yes. Okay, so I've got those that were all on. Okay, so now let me get everybody that's on now.
This one. Yep. Jessica Cook said she's the iPad. So I don't know who iPhone is. Alyssa Lloyd probably is iPhone.
Alyssa
Okay.
is iPhone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. She's one of Emily's gals.
Okay. Amber. Angela. I'm trying to type really fast and scroll.
Mary, you're doing awesome.
Thank you, Mary.
Do we need like Jeopardy music?
Right.
Okay, we said iPhone is Alyssa. Okay. There are too many Jennifers as well. Can I just say that?
A good name.
It's a good name. That's
We're-
right, baby.
We're keeping all of them.
All of
Say
them.
she's our next up and coming director after Amber.
Woo!
Okay, did I get, okay, so I need Jessica on there again. Okay. And Kim. Okay, I think I got everybody.
Okay.
Oh, my heart is beating so fast.
Don't y'all love giveaways? They're so fun.
Y'all,
Okay.
it's way prettier in
Oh,
person than it is on that screen.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Okay, so it's Kendra Scott, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Kendra Scott.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let me get this. Okay, I'm shuffling. Okay, let me share my screen. All my buttons are disappearing. Where'd they go?
Your buns.
Your buns?
But yes, my buttons are disappearing as well. Not really. I wish they were disappearing faster than they are. But
Okay, that was funny. Mm,
okay. Can you guys all see that?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Do. And it is yay! Congratulations, Deborah.
I love it. Okay.
That'll be
Deborah,
fantastic for you to wear to seminar.
Yeah, girl.
Which you all get to register tomorrow.
Yes,
Deborah,
yes, yes.
just
Who
message.
is pumped? Who is pumped? Do, do, do,
I
do.
love it. I love
And we do have a Facebook group. So when you are registered, your director will add you to that Facebook group. So all of the scoop about seminar will all happen in there as well. So we are excited. Okay, you guys.
Just email or message me your address and I'll send this out to you, okay, on Messenger.
Yes. Deborah, send Heidi your info. Okay. Awesome, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again, Maya. Thank you, Heidi and Sherry. And we will see you guys next time. So we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye, ladies.